to be a timeline activity. So what we're going to do is, not right now, but we're going to get 10 groups of 6. You can turn to the people in your row if you want to. We're going to give you an envelope with 6 different historic events. And this is a timeline of police brutality, anti-black racism, systemic racism in the United States. Pretty much from the time Africans were first brought to America. Oh, the United States. Well, the Americas, because transatlantic slave trade. So that's what we're going to do. So 10 groups of 6. You're going to get this envelope, and what you're going to do is you're going to talk amongst your group. You're going to look at everything. You're going to see how these things relate to now and like what comes up for you for each of these events. And then when you come back, and we're going to give you about 15 minutes, and you can choose, if you want to, you can stay in here, you can go outside, you can go to the front, do whatever you want with your time. And when we come back, you're going to pick one event that really like stood out to the group, and then we're going to put it on the timeline, which is behind you on the books. So it goes from 1400 to 2000. Anything else? Did I miss anything else?
No, just well, one thing is the timeline are things that specifically relate to institutionalized racism and systemic racism and criminalization of black people in this country. So it's not like all inclusive, we're just some important things. And then the 2 questions you're answering in your group for each event that you read are listed there just in case you need to reference it. What does this event bring up for you? Just responses, and then how does it relate to where we are today? And that's it. So we're going to have until about 12:50 to do that, and then we'll come back together in here.
We have some confusion happening.
Oh, yeah.
So does each person in the group say what the event brings up for the one piece of paper that they get? Or are we all speaking about each event that we get in the group? You know what I'm saying?
Within the group, you're going to speak about all the events that are in your envelope. There's like 4 or 5 per envelope.
All of us speak about every event?
Well, it's a discussion. You
it's a
say
discussion.
If something comes
Okay.
up for you,
So
it's not
one
like
person
gotcha.
can read it, and you can talk about it together and answer those questions. And then as a group, you can kind of choose one that felt, we don't have time to talk about everything. So we just thought if each group chose one event that was particularly significant for some reason, then somebody from your group can kind of present that, and we'll put them all up. We'll put everything up on the timeline, so hopefully during lunch or some other time you all can take the time to actually look at the timeline. We just don't have the time to go over everything.
Yeah, we got started a little bit late, so we are trying to make up for that time. So we don't, unfortunately, have as much time right now. So let's break out into groups of about 6. You can kind of turn towards the people near you, like in blocks. You know, we got about 4 or 5 here, got about 6 back there. So maybe turn your chairs around and kind of find the 6 people closest to you and form a group, and we'll come bring the envelopes.
chairs.
Yeah.
One more thing. Sorry, one more thing about breaking out. It was just a request, guys. One more thing before breaking out into groups.
Hey! One more thing.
One more thing, I promise. So, in regards to breaking out in groups, it was requested that if folks wanted to have a POC group when talking about this discussion, so if that resonates with you and you identify as a person of color, and you want to find other people of color in the room to talk about this activity or this group discussion, feel free to do so.
chose within your group one event that you want to highlight and somebody or people to talk about it.
Unless somebody wants to try
I'll stand up now.